Hi, I'm Doug Keck. This is an EWTN Bookmark Brief. Just had the great pleasure of speaking with the one and only Father Mitch Pacwa about his latest book. It's Commentary on the Book of Isaiah, an in-depth look at the Gospel of the Old Testament. So what's new with Isaiah, and why'd you decide to write a book about him?
It's not new. That's why I like it. It's old.
Okay.
I appreciate old. This is a very important book in the church. For instance, during the season of Advent, there are lots of readings from Isaiah. At certain during Holy Week, we have the four songs of the servant, and then after Holy Week as well, we have a lot of readings about the fulfillment of prophecies in Isaiah. This book is really used in the liturgies of all the Catholic churches, the Eastern as well as the Latin church. And too often we hear the readings, but we don't have a context. So what I did here is I organized the book around the times in which Isaiah wrote. There are different periods. And apparently different authors.
Right, exactly.
So the original Isaiah, Isaiah of Jerusalem, was writing from about 750 or so until the 690s. A very long career as a prophet. And then we see that there's silence. And there was persecution by King Manasseh, and we don't see anything from it. But apparently he started a school. He mentions in chapter 8 his disciples, and that these seem to have been a living community, so that in new crises, such as living in the Babylonian exile, especially right around the year 540, when it's clear that Cyrus, the king of Persia, was coming after the Babylonian Empire and would destroy it, in fact, by 538, and let the Jewish people go home in 537. We see a section from chapters 40 through 55 written. And it helps the people there not only understand that this is going to be salvation, but stop complaining about the Lord letting you come into exile, because this was your punishment. He told you he was going to do this. He was in charge of it. He's not weak. He didn't lose to the pagan gods like the pagans are saying.
Oh, okay.
That was one of the big issues. And to see those verses in the context he's writing. So now, take courage and be ready to go back to Jerusalem.
Right.
Then you see when they get back to Jerusalem that there was a major war across the whole Persian Empire. There was a civil war. They deposed one king. They're fighting amongst themselves. And this becomes the inspiration for an apocalyptic kind of literature, just like we see people today. Hurricanes, wars, all this.
Yeah.
Israel is under attack. Russia's on the move.
This is all part of the
and so
prophecy.
they also saw
Late great
this.
planet Earth kind of stuff.
Yes. And Isaiah 24 to 27 is written in that period, right between 522 to 520 or so, dealing with that crisis. And then you see that there's another section where the temple is already built. And we know that was finished in 516 or 15 BC. So it's after that. Because it says that I'll even let the Gentiles. That's the passage we have out front here. My house shall be called a house of prayer for all peoples.
Right, okay. Oh, that's where that's from.
That's where that's from, Isaiah 56. That these foreigners who are now interested in Judaism after they are restored can come back. but there still are problems in the community. And he writes about how some of the really wealthy people are oppressing the poor, and that criticism is there.
Let me ask you one question quickly. Why refer to it as the gospel of the Old Testament?
I didn't come up with it. This is from St. Jerome, but it's because so many prophecies of Jesus Christ, his virgin birth in Isaiah 7:14, his suffering and death in Isaiah 53, his healing ministry in Isaiah 35, and the coming of the Holy Spirit, the Spirit guiding him in Isaiah 60. All these different passages, are looking toward Christ. And next to the book of Psalms, Isaiah is quoted more often in the New Testament than any other Old Testament book.
Okay. Very good. Thank you so much. Commentary on the book of Isaiah by one and only Father Mitch Pacwa. Check it out through the EWTN Religious Catalog, EWTNRC.com for all things Catholic. Look for an interview on our network and our on-demand platform and our YouTube channel as well. I'm Doug Keck. This has been a Bookmark Brief. Thanks for stopping by. Catch you next time.